Hello everyone, welcome to Beauty Business Blueprint. I'm Juliet Samuel, and today we're going to talk briefly about pain points. And when I say pain points, you're at that point or that stage in your business or your life where you want to have an alternative way of selling your products or moving your business to the next level. So coming from the treatment room or your craft room, one of the best ways to move yourself into the next space is to move your business and your products into the online space. But when you look at what's involved and what it takes to move into that arena of selling your beauty products online, there are a lot of moving parts. And so some of the pain points, for lack of a better word, but that seems to be what registers with most of you, it is being able to, number one, handle the technology. You look at selling your products online and you go, oh my God. Once you start seeing all of the little nuances of what it takes, you had no clue. You thought, okay, I'll just set myself up on social and I'll just start promoting. That's good. You get exposure. But what about being able to follow up with those people? You really want to set yourself so that you'll have a way of collecting names. And in collecting names, that means setting up a platform so that you can collect those names and start moving into an arena where you can talk to them when you're ready to. On social, if the algorithm changes, there are things that you may not be able to do that you used to do last week, because any update can alter what's taking place in that online arena. So the tech involved is being able to set yourself up on a platform like MailChimp or ConvertKit. And what that will do for you is enable you to start collecting names of people who visit your site, your social environment, so to speak. And you'll be able to make announcements about whether or not you set up a blog, whether or not you have now a website that is hosting and talking about your product. And even in that space, the tech part of uploading your content there and uploading your images there, these are some of the things that you encounter or must take into consideration when you're moving your products into the online space. The next pain point that a lot of you talk about is, God, what product do I start with? And that product is going to be determined by the niche that you choose. So you got a product you want to sell, but the niche or the audience that you want to sell it to, those go hand in hand, because the audience that you sell to has a problem, challenge that your product is going to solve. So, for example, if you're in the space of creating hair serums for thinning hair or for hair growth, then your audience is going to be a segment of the hair space. You might decide, I want to talk to people with natural hair. So if you're talking to people with natural hair, then your product is going to be one that addresses that kinky, coily, curly hair texture and be able to help them walk through their particular scalp or hair challenges. So you've got an audience with natural hair that might be thinning edges, or it may be coarse and you want to soften it up, and you've got a product for that audience that's going to do that very thing. Another pain point that a lot of you are talking about is visibility. And visibility takes two sides into consideration. One, do I put myself out on social media and do lots of videos, do lots of samples in terms of demonstration? And on the other side of that, when it comes to visibility, do you even want to get in front of the camera? There are so many people who are camera shy, and believe it or not, I'm one of them. I don't like being in front of the camera. But the way I approach it is I'm talking to a small group. So when you see me speaking, I'm speaking as if I'm talking to maybe 15 or 20 of you, and we're having a conversation, and there are questions that you're asking and answers that I'm being able to help you work through based on the Q&A session. So how much visibility do you want to have? If you're camera shy, you might want to set yourself up so that you do a lot of product demonstrations where you're using your hands and you're only showing your hands, or you're using video that is maybe, I want to say, stock photo, because you can do that as well, especially if the photos that you're using are demonstrating the products that you have in your particular inventory. But the best way is to be able to actually show the product that you're talking about and use your hands. And an on-camera solution would be to give an introduction as to what you're going to talk about. And then once you've given the introduction showing your face, then every other camera angle will be based on what you're demonstrating with your hand. So it's visibility from whether or not you want to go on camera or how much you want to actually go on camera. Some of you are not shy. Some of you, excuse me, like the whole idea of being in front of a camera, and you become the celebrity and you become your own brand spokesperson when you're talking about your product. And for those of you who don't like going in front of the camera, it doesn't mean that you don't know what you're talking about. It's just that that's not who you are and that's not what you want to do. So the key becomes finding balance. The last thing we're going to talk about is for today is having a clear starting point. And that starting point is going to involve who you are, what you're comfortable in doing, what you want to talk about to the audience that you've chosen based on the product solution that you have for them. So that, in a sense, will be where you start. Then you determine how you're going to talk to those people. If you're on social, you're going to do X amount of demonstrations, whether it's a real quick 15, 20 seconds, whether it's a carousel, which is a combination of different slides moving through showing what you're talking about, whether it's a short video, 45 to 60 seconds, but you're working through where you're going to start. And those little things will become your way of segmenting and moving into the online space. The key is to remember that everybody starts where you're starting from the beginning. One client, one product. And as you start to grow your audience, you will learn more of what they want, what they don't want, and that is where you will start getting real comfortable with in your space with your business moving online. There will be some elements of fear. God, there will be fear. But you work through those, and what happens every time you work through one of those sessions of fear, it is building your confidence. And every time you work through one of those sessions of fear, you are also learning what you do best, what you might want to work on, or what you want to eliminate completely. And the key thing is to remember that everything you do, speak about, talk about is a test, because testing is going to enable you to really fine tune and hone in on what's working for your market, and then you will be able to offer them more of what they want. If you need help, if you like what we've talked about today, join us at Beauty Business Blueprint. We've also got a free guide for you. It's called Selling Beauty Products Online, and 9 core elements to help you get started. And with those 9 core elements, it's a workbook, so to speak, where you will go in and start brain dumping and working your way through your niche, your product, building an email list, looking at analytics, which is something that's going to be very important to you, content creation. And don't let all of that get you into a space of, oh my God, that's too much. No, there'll be questions, 2 or 3 for niche, and then you will have a space to start writing answers to those questions. And as you begin to answer the questions, you'll start seeing a level of clarity, and that clarity is going to help you know exactly how you want to start segueing into the space. So get your download, it's free. Join us at Beauty Business Blueprint so that you'll understand more, learn more, and you'll also be alerted as to when new videos come out, when new courses come out, when new products come out in terms of guides, downloads, books, ebooks. We're here to help you. Take care. Next time.